everyone. Welcome to At Home with Sally. I'm Sally Clarkson, and I have the biggest privilege in the world to be with so many friends from all over the world who join me every week to listen to my stories, inspiration, biblical encouragement, and I am just so glad that you're here today. Thanks so much for joining me. Hi, my friends. It's Sally Clarkson. I guess I have a last name. And welcome to my middle of the week Tea Time Tuesday. I'm a couple of days late, but I kind of miss being able to do Tea Time Tuesday sometimes because I've developed a little bit of a kind of a rapport with some of you online. And I feel like I miss hearing from you, talking with you, and getting back together. And I feel like we have a friendship here. So thank you, everyone who has written me notes, who has ordered a book, who has prayed for me, supported me, shared online. Oh my goodness. I am so grateful that right now I am moving into normal phase again. I love normal phase. I feel like I have been on a marathon running. And now I can't wait to just get back to thinking about let's have a cup of tea together and talk. I'll tell you what I've been thinking about this week. And I know that many of you will write me back and tell me what you've been thinking about. I was thinking about this because I had a friend who helped me this week. Best friends are those you can do everything with or nothing at all with. And no matter what, you can still feel fun, like have fun, and you can still feel accepted. And I think that I'm so grateful for the many friends that I have, and especially for just being able to be with people this week. I'll tell you about this week. As I look back on the last little while of my life, I think, okay, this is crazy world. After the flurry of launching the book into the world, then 2 days later, I flew back on my 9-hour flight from 9.5-hour flight from Denver to London, or to Heathrow Airport. Then came back to my sweet little apartment here, tried to jump in to everything as quickly as I could, and try to get some groceries in the store, meet with some of my kids, and do my Bible studies, which I love being back for that. I love these sweet women. And then a team of people came from my publishers for 5 days. They've been here since Sunday. And literally every single day, we have walked about 23,000 steps, 7.5 miles for me. And we have taken photos all over Oxford at my favorite places. They've met a lot of my favorite baristas and my favorite cafe servers and my favorite librarians. And anyway, we have had such a wonderful time. I feel so privileged to be able to work on fun projects like this. But I am literally every night, as I would go to bed, I thought, okay, I can either hang up all the clothes that I had to wear today as outfits in my pictures, or I can go to bed. And I chose going to bed because when you are exhausted, when you have these exceptional days, you will eventually, at least I think, hopefully get kind of back to life and get yourself organized again. But sometimes sleep is the most important thing. Sleep or rest or play. I think probably most of the people I talk to work a lot. I think a lot of you in my arena work. I have a couple of interesting things I wanted to share with you that I didn't put in the blog. But anyway, I'm kind of glad to be able to be here today after thinking about these things. But one thing I realize, and a couple of people have actually talked about this to me lately, I think that when you have little babies, and many of us, I was included in this, many of us, we find that the day in, day out, sensate kind of regular washing dishes, cleaning up, going grocery shopping, cooking, washing clothes, straightening rooms, doing all the duties, doing all the things, can really become so difficult. And I get lots and lots of letters from women, especially young moms who are new to this whole phase and entering into it, who say, I just don't know how to find my pace. I don't know how to get on top of it or to feel okay about it, because there are many, many mundane days in any great projects. However, I was thinking about this and I realized that maybe this sounds really ethereal to you, but the thing that really helped me is that I determined to fall in love with my children. I turned my heart towards them. I looked at them as a gift. I thought, you know, these are my children. These are my little human beings that came from me, and I have the opportunity to love them and to teach them about the world, and they will become my best friends someday. And when I kind of gave in to falling in love with them more than thinking I could ever control life or have a perfect schedule, it gave me more pleasurable moments, because I began to see them as miracles, as my own precious people. And I determined that love would be the kind of the lens through which I would look at my days. And there is something about seeing my children as this loving gift that was mine, my family, my children, and falling in love with them more than being irritated at the messes. I don't know if that makes sense, but the more I saw them as a gift, as my companions, as my best friends, the more I was able to handle all the other stuff and not get upset about it. And also, I will say that your children grow up and you will be so surprised at how much they will get beyond babyhood, and they will talk to you. And of course, many of us older moms want to say to our younger moms, yes, you do struggle a lot in the beginning years, and some people have exceptionally difficult children. But then once you begin falling in love with them and having more children, by the time you can't have any more children, you kind of nurse for longer, or you rock them to sleep at night longer than maybe you did the other kids. You can even become sad about not being able to have the opportunity to be with them. Now, there's more to life. There are many different kinds of lives. Many people don't have children, but I just specifically wanted to talk to those women who do have children and to ask God to help you to fall in love with your children and to be grateful. Because one of the things that I have noticed this week, I have these precious friends from my publishers, and I said, I would love for you to have the chance to meet some of my kids, because my children mean so very much to me. My sweet Nathan and Kelia in California are my bestest friends. I mean, they are just so close to me. I talk to them most days, haven't while my friends have been here. But my friends got to have meals with each of the kids who live here, just on the spur of the moment. And I thought, you know what? I didn't realize when I had younger children how much the shaping, the training, the values, the books, the food, the traditions, the rhythms that I held every day would build the best friends I've ever had. And those are my precious children. And so that's just one thing I've been thinking about. What does it look like to fall in love with your children? So anyway, that was one of the things that I just forgot what else I was going to tell you about. It was something I've been thinking about a lot this week. But anyway, on Tea Time Tuesday, I wanted to talk about the fact that one of the advantages of working in a project like this is that none of us ever have the opportunity even to be at my house very much. So we went out for every single meal, and I didn't have to pay for it. And so last night, there is a place in our town, in Oxford, where because the roads are all torn up and they're closed, kind of. I mean, it takes forever to get out there to one of our favorite restaurants. We have to walk and it takes about 36 minutes. That's what Google Maps tells me. So it's quite a walk. It's over a mile to this restaurant. But when we walk right along the Thames River, which goes all the way to London. There is this huge lake with ducks and swans and just all along the way boats. We passed a team of people who were a row team, and that was really fun to watch. And then you enter into this little restaurant area through these hoops that, picture a hoop that you walk through, like the big tall hoops that are covered with vines and they're covered with fairy lights. So you walk through this kind of a dark wooded area that are lit by fairy lights into this big grassy area covered with flowers and with picnic tables and grass. And then we all ate dinner at this lovely restaurant, had a most memorable time. It was really pleasurable. And I had such a delicious treat, and so I'll tell you about it. It was fresh trout, and it was covered in lemon dill sauce. You can look up a recipe for lemon dill sauce. But it was just absolutely delightful. When I get trout, sometimes we can get trout at some of my stores in Colorado, and I will just brush it with a little bit of olive oil, and then sometimes I will sprinkle lemon pepper on it, which is absolutely wonderful. Or sometimes I will put a little just bit of maple syrup and a little bit of herbal seasoning. But I just love trout. It is so good for you. And I had that last night. I thought, I'm going to tell all my friends about it. And then another thing that I have had recently, and I make this a lot, so I forget to tell people about it, but I love roasted vegetables. And sometimes, especially in the spring, I roast red or yellow or green peppers. Either one of those will do. It's a very colorful dish. I cut them up into small pieces, cut onions up into small pieces, slice mushrooms up into small pieces, and then slice very thin potatoes, or you can do cubed potatoes, depending on your preference. I'd probably do cubed potatoes for this. And then I sprinkle it with a couple of tablespoons of olive oil, and then I sprinkle it with sea salt. And I put it on about 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't know what that is exactly. Probably about 180 degrees Celsius in my oven, and I watch it closely. I cook it. It cooks more slowly in the mountains of Colorado, and it cooks more quickly here. So I watch it 30 to 45 minutes, and until it's a little bit crisp. And I've really been enjoying serving that to people lately. And so I wanted to tell you about that. And then the other day, and you can also look this up, but I had somebody had thawed some frozen peaches and put a little bit of almond flavoring into this lovely bread batter, a sweet bread batter. And then they sprinkled the top of it with just a little tiny bit of frosting and slivered almonds or sliced almonds. And it was lovely. It makes a great middle of the afternoon tea time sort of treat. And you can make it into loaf pans, and it'll last for a couple of days. But anyway, I have to go to a business dinner tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I get to do this a couple more days. I'm so happy because I don't have to cook right now or wash dishes. But anyway, I was realizing that as I go to this, and maybe it's because I've been working hard, and I know that a lot of you probably have been too. And so I feel like I was thinking today about this, and I thought, it's not too early for spring fever. I mean, oh my goodness. We had 60 degrees today, which is great for us. It was still kind of a little bit cool. There's a cat walking out there on the roof. Oh my goodness. So it's still, you have to wear a sweater or a jacket, but it's given me spring fever in this way. And maybe it's just where I am in life. Excuse me, still reacting to the pollen. But don't you ever feel like God really meant us to just blow off the day, go outside, take some kind of a nap under a budding tree, breathe in pleasure, that everything is alive and warm again? Excuse me, after a long, hard winter. Excuse me, I'm at a point where I don't have time to edit again, so maybe that you'll just pray for my allergies. And maybe it's the cat. I'm allergic to cats. Excuse me, well, I could cough for you. But I was thinking that I think sometimes after a long, hard winter or lots of work in the winter, I get covered with an overwhelming desire to escape. It rushes through every molecule of my being to kind of breathe apart from responsibility or phone calls or requests or demands from my loved ones, or one more task to do, just time to blow. My house needs organizing right now. Groceries need to be bought. Meals will eventually have to be made. I need to buy birthday presents for Clay, Sarah, and Joy because they're all May. Clay's was yesterday. I sent him a little cake and he loved it, from Whole Foods delivery. And now I'll have to get him something really substantial for when he comes here in a couple of weeks. But I realize my brain's a little bit empty, and that's a sign of working hard. And I just want to encourage you that work hard when you can. Work as hard as you can and get used to it and build work muscles. But then, when you need a break to play or nap or watch a movie, please give yourself permission, because that's what I'm going to do. And life is long, and the marathon of work is a long time. And I thought, okay, Lord, I still think I was supposed to be wealthy and accomplished, because I think a live-in maid would be a real gift right now. Maybe a personal massage therapist in my home. I would love that. Maybe somebody to provide fully cooked, fresh, tasty meals every single day when I don't have to wash a single dish. Coffee and pastry at a cafe every day instead of a healthy breakfast. Those are some of the things I think would be so much fun right now. Okay, so I want you to tell me, do you have spring fever yet? And what would you do right now if you had no responsibilities? I wanted to tell you a little tiny bit about something that has been really fun for me. I read a book, a biography about a woman named Lilias Trotter. And oh my goodness, you should read a biography about her if you can. She was this woman who had the most wonderful talent of painting. And John Ruskin came to her and said, I will make you the greatest living artist in all of England. But you have to work very hard at your art, and you must decide between your art and your work with the poor, because Lilias Trotter had developed a heart for the poor. She came from a wealthy, educated family. And so this is the choice that he presented before her. And she had a storyteller's eye and ear also. And she wrote these incredible devotionals. But I wanted to tell you about this book that I really love. It's called Lily, the Girl Who Could See. And it's a lovely, inspiring story that I think you will just absolutely love. And then another thing that you can find is called Many Beautiful Things. And it's available at manybeautifulthings.com. It's a lovely movie that'll inspire you about her life, perfect for spring fever time. And so I just wanted to tell you about those two things before I go to my dinner. But anyway, please do tell me, give me ideas for what I might do for spring fever. I am excited because this weekend I will be going to 2 different parties for the coronation of King Charles. Everybody kind of gathers together and watches it on their television, and eating must happen at all these lovely things. So I'll be doing that on Saturday. What will you be doing? And please do tell me ideas for what you would do if you had no responsibilities and someone else could spoil you. I send my blessings and blessings to you lovely friends today, and I hope you have a really, really good week. And thanks for joining me again at what I hope is going to be a little bit more of a normal life. God bless you. Lord, bless my friends. Give them grace. Give them peace. Give them the freedom to take time to rejoice in the moments of their lives and to fall in love with the people that they care for every day, whoever they are. Thank you, Lord, that you are God who celebrates life with us. And through all these beautiful trees that are growing, the flowers, all of the beautiful little baby ducks that are on my pond, and help us to take time to enjoy life with you, Lord. Bless my friends, I pray. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, my friends, I hope to be getting back to a regular schedule soon. Bye-bye. I hope you've enjoyed our time together today and that you'll join me next week. Be sure to look for more inspiration on my blog at sallyclarkson.com. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.